Tonight, we hairy game lords have been playing a Bez game, and it is a game about setting scenarios that people would do for different lengths of time. What do we think? Let's go! Slightly Beardy James here. So, Bez is so creative with the tiny games. So we've got many white decks of cards around the Hairy Game Lords collection, and I am always blown away by the creativity, the difference, the I'd say really fun and different and interesting game design that Bez comes out with. We just love it. Great party games, and so this one is all about setting scenarios that people would do for different lengths of time. So what you're trying to do as the scenario setter is you're trying to create a scenario that's going to split the opinion, in which case you're going to get points for people putting down different amounts of time. Time is based on these kind of marked up cards, and then you can have, let's see, hours or days, or always forever, and so on and so on. And there's lots of, well actually everyone's got the same amounts of time. I think there are six different amounts of time. Quick maths. And so the way that you're going to do that is you're always going to have a kind of a similar pattern. You can be quite creative with that. So you're always going to have something which is a motivation. So let's say, for the fun of it, magically swap your nose for the tiny version of a cheerful shopkeeper who has unbelievable blue eyes, but you can't hear anything. And so I put that out on the table for the guys to be puzzled over, and they would think, how long could I do that? How long could I do that? And what was the motivation? For the fun of it. How long could you do that for? So maybe Pete could do that for a few seconds, maybe Ange could do that forever, in which case I would be successful. But if they both came out with the same answer, the same judgment of time, then they would get the points themselves. So I think, all right, I'm going to put it out there. I really like the way that this game is set up, the way that this game is designed to have such great multi-use cards, because there are so many combinations of things that you could have in this game. And they are all off the wall, inventive. They're not crazy. I mean, like, in some ways you could go properly dark with these, or you could be funny and silly. So, for example, work on a card game that is suggested by an angry chicken who has been adopted by wolves. But it might just be a strange, timeless dream. So, this game is very open-ended, and actually I really enjoyed the kind of the creativity of putting together the scenarios. So from a design perspective, I've really enjoyed playing this.
We all really love Bez games. I've got a drawer full of Bez games. When Bez's Kickstarters come out, I'm on them because I love what she does with her games. This one, it was really good fun. To be fair to Bez, we played this at 3. I think this game is definitively a game that it works better with larger numbers. I've played it again at a convention, but it was only Dave, myself, and one of the guys on the stall playing. And I think this game is absolutely a game that would be... It worked well tonight, and we could see within the game the fun that you can have. But I think this would really shine at a higher player count, because you have more chance for that sort of, really, you would do that for that long kind of conversation that would come in, and there would be looks across the table. And as I say, at 3, it was a good quality Bez game, as they always are. But I think this one really needs to be at a higher player count. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed setting up the scenes, but the kind of the voting bit with just 2 people, it didn't shine enough, because I think the fun comes when you got lots of people all voting, and you're like, because you're trying, as a voter, you're wanting to be the same as other people, so you're trying to find, oh yeah, we're a bit the same on that.
That's what it's like.
But with 2 people, they just those elements didn't happen. I can, 6, 7, 8 people around the table. This would be brilliant. I love the open-ended nature. As with all Bez games, she does a great job of design, so they look fun. And the voting cards all slightly different. Really enjoyed the looks on the back of those. So yeah, a really fun game. It was good at 3, but absolutely this needs 5, 6, 7, 8 players to make this really shine. Can't wait to have a chance to play it with that size of a group.
How long would you review a card game that should be played with more players than 3? Seconds or minutes? Yeah. Fun game. I love the colour. So often we get Bez games through and they can be void of colour. But of late, she's adding more colour, and I think that's brilliant. The colours look great on the cards, fantastic. Love the fonts being used. It was fun, but yes, so much more fun with more players. And in fact, I cannot wait for that conversation to burst out and be like, what? And yeah, I would certainly do that. I'd definitely torture or tickle a cat for hours and hours and hours, even if my nose was made out of the largest spider in the world. What?
For all the money you want!
Check it out. Nice.